So today I'm in the lakes again. Just parked up at Wainwrights farm, one of the last parking spots, and now the plan is to go to Green Crag, across to Harter Fell, then a little out and back up to Hard Knott. Weather looks pretty good. Looks as though we've got clear tops again, so let's hope it stays that way. Coming off the road now, and yeah, so all of these signs for Forge Bridge, but we won't go in that far. Just gone through the gate. Nice clear water. I'll take a few photos. Through the second gate. They're being nice to me. There's a little footbridge rather than having to scramble over potentially slippy rocks and falling into brooks, etc. Just looking back, the field has come through. So just making our way through this small wooded area. Bit of a climb up through it. There's a bit of a gap in the wall. Some signposts on. Might be helpful. Well, our route isn't signposted. I can see a path there, which will meet up with the main path that I'm looking to get. So this is one I'm taking. You see, I'll see you back to where else? Farm car park. Beautiful views into valleys below. Sun's out, clear tops, walking asphalt. It's another gate, so there's a good sign you're going the right way, as I say. Looking back the way I've come, I've done quite a bit of climbing. The first 3/4 of a mile. Oh, certainly getting a bit of a sweat up. It's warm this morning. Not really any discernible paths on this route. Sort of gain a path, lose the path, gain another path. But as long as you know which direction you're headed in, you're fine. Some stunning views across the valley below. I stopped to take a few photos, shall we say. So the first sighting of what I believe is my second intended summit of the day. I can see a couple of people on the summit. Harter Fell. I'm off to Green Crag first, and then I'll maybe traverse across to Harter Fell. On a proper path, has just crossed the brook and over a stile. You'll feel a little bit more comfortable when you can see a proper path in front of you. Just falling, well, just gone in a couple of bogs. Oh, thankfully they were just up to me, just below my ankles, so I didn't come over the top of my boots. That's could have been wet feet for the rest of the day. Not pleasant. Just coming up to the stile now, where I'm going to bear right and for my first summit, Green Crag. Well, some advice: don't even attempt this if it's been raining of late. Very boggy even now. Yeah, and there's no real discernible path that I can see. Sort of pick up paths, you lose paths. Sort of picked up a path here and it's very spongy, shall we say, underfoot. Hopefully the way back will be a bit easier. I need to pick up where the tree line ends there, that's where the stile is. That'll be an easy way through all that wet bog. It's drying up a little bit now as we're gaining a little bit of height. Going to make our way towards our first summit, Green Crag. Well, I say my first summit, because I'm on my own today, which I don't mind. Not seen anybody since I left the car park. How good's that? Great views looking back, taking a bit of a break. You can see Harter Fell just across from me. Climbing right up the side of that. just straight up by the side of the tree line. Should be fun. So I've just done what I do best, drop over a crag. Yeah, as crags go, it was quite an easy one. Dropped over that crag. It's quite an easy crag to get over, to be honest. As crags go, I've now picked up a path, or the makings of a path, because it's probably just where people have trod on many occasions more than a path. And yeah, that's Green Crag, which is my first summit. Yeah, also at the top of my first summit, there's Green Crag summit. Oh, there's grassland, and it does take it out if you dropping back down there later. I don't think I'll be going over that crag again. A little bit of a scramble to do now. Well, get to the top of Green Crag. The views have opened up very nicely now. You can see up towards my second summit, Harter Fell. It is. On my first summit today. Finally, I thought I'd never get here. It's been a bit of a slog through bogs, pathless areas. Here I am. Pretty clear there. First summit of the day. Green Crag. Miles today. Yours is not too bad today. Views off Green Crag. Quite warm. Looking up towards Harter Fell, my next hilltop. Taking in the views, getting a bit of fresh air, there's a bit of breeze up here. It's quite warm today. Got a place to myself. I've seen anyone since the cat died. Off Green Crag, making my way back. I think it'll be easy getting back to the stile than it was getting in, so I went over the crag. I didn't really need to. It was to get a better view of the land, because the paths are not sort of very discernible, and yeah. It's just it's going to be a little bit easier on the way back, I think. Well, for one thing, I'm going downhill until I reach the foot of Harter Fell. And it's climbing Harter Fell. Going back to the stile I went over to, made my way towards Green Crag. I found a more discernible path on the way back. Whether I'll be able to follow this all the way to the gate is another matter. It seemed a bit of a free-for-all across the flatlands, where it was pretty boggy. Not really looking forward to it, but needs must. Easier so far as I'm back on Green Crag. Still making my way to the stile, where I'll start to make the climb up to Harter Fell, which we can see just across. I think this bogland is a easy crossing than it was on the way here, where I just didn't find the path. Still quite a bit easier on the way back so far. It's yeah, coming into the sections now where it starts getting really boggy. Sort of wondering whether you're going to sink. Certainly wouldn't want to do this when it's been raining a lot. Need your waders, I think. I'm now picking my way through the bog. It's a bit of a free-for-all for this bit. There's no real path anymore. We're not too far from the stile. So hopefully I can pick a dryish route. When I came, Green Crag. I came over earlier and I'll try and pick my way up to. I've seen a right of way on the map, she just follows this wall up to Harter Fell, so can't really go wrong, just follow the wall. Just about just over halfway up Harter Fell. The views are really opening up now, really nice. It's worth coming up, getting out of breath for. So, should I say it, a bit of a drag. Take another breather. Feel a bit lethargic today. Just looking back the way I've come. It's a bit of a steep climb up here. And it's warm, maybe that's not helping. Could roll over the top. There's this fill. It's certainly up, so looking back where I come. It's conscious of something when it's not quite as steep uphill, it feels flat. Not vertical. For a break. Well, that wasn't the top. There's still a ways to go. But it's not, doesn't look too bad. It's not as steep as I've been going up, so it's kind of like a bit of a break, to be honest. Second summit of the day, Harter Fell. Bit of a slog up here, but views are quite stunning. Here we go, Harter Fell. Taking in the views that were behind me on the way up. Nice sunny day. Taking in the views on the way down. Already disappear. Lower down. This path's easy enough to follow. Heading back to where the car's parked. There's like piles of stones to guide your way, even if you do go off the path a little bit. I passed through one of the gates that I went through this morning. See the car park now. Taking in the views to the valley below. Beautiful. Nice hot sunny day. Just dropping down now and towards the little bit of woodland that I had to go through this morning. And we're almost on the flat. And the last bit of views a little bit high up. It's been a really hot day today. Well, drank plenty of water. So I can see the Hard Knott fort just over there. That'll have to be left for another day. I'm sure it'll still be there when I come back next time. Now going back to the car the same way we came. Or are we? Oh, it's weird. So I can come up to the footbridge that we crossed earlier. I must have taken a sort of a different path. Anyway, I'm going to take some photographs I think before I get over this little footbridge. Looking back towards the fells that I climbed earlier. In fact, those are not the tops, they are false tops. The actual fell tops are behind those and a little bit higher up. Just crossing the field towards the car park now. Nice deck running alongside it. Just took a few photographs. Well, here we are, back at the car park. So it's Green Crag and Harter Fell. Today, just short of 7.5 miles.